imaginary picture. Usually it's something that moves.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello for the first time. My name is Natalia. This is Create with Natalia, a place where out of this world individuals, creators can come for a down-to-earth approach to all things mindset, manifestation and creating the life of your dreams. Hello everyone. I wanted to come on and do a little video. This isn't planned, but I wanted to come on because I wanted to talk about this subject, because this is very, very, very important, extremely important when it comes to creating a desired experience, a desired outcome, creating anything in your life. This is very, 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 cannot stress how important this is. I'm just going to dive straight in. I am in my car, sitting in a car park, so you may hear traffic, you may hear cars going backwards and forwards. Just wanted to let you know that little disclaimer before we start with the content. I'm just going to jump straight in. We are talking about self-concept today. Now, if you found my channel, if you know about manifestation, if you know about Neville Goddard, if you know about any of the manifestation gurus, coaches, you would have heard the term self-concept. If you haven't and you're hearing it for the first time, I will describe to you, I will let you know what I mean by the term self-concept. Right. For those who don't know, if you are new to the manifestation community, if you're new to conscious manifesting, then you probably wouldn't have heard the term self-concept. So I'm going to explain it to you for those who don't know. Basically, what I mean by self-concept is it's the conception that you have of yourself. It's the thoughts you think about yourself. It's the thoughts you think about others. It's how you think other people see you. It's the limitations you feel you have. It's what you think you're good at, what you think you're not good at. It's beliefs about yourself. It's what you beliefs, experiences that you've gained over the years through childhood programming, through experiences that you've had in your life. It's one massive self-concept cocktail. And this self-concept, this conception of yourself, is what is creating everything in your reality. It's creating your experiences. It's responsible for the thoughts you're thinking. It's responsible for how you think other people view you. It's responsible for your ability to create in your life what it is you want. It's responsible for how people show up to you. It's responsible for how you see the world. It is responsible for everything. Now, your self-concept, a lot of people think this, but it's not true. Your self-concept is not fixed. You can change your self-concept at any given moment. You can decide what it is you want to include in your self-concept. You can decide what it is you want to get rid of in your self-concept. When I began this journey, my self-concept was totally different. The conception I had of myself was I wasn't good enough. I couldn't get what I want. People never liked me. I was judged constantly on the way I looked. People thought I was fat. People thought I was stupid. I thought I was fat. I thought I was stupid. I was so quiet. I was shy. Now, you notice how I'm talking about myself. I was. Because I do not identify with that self-concept anymore. I don't identify with that version of myself anymore. I completely changed my self-concept. Now, I am going to tell you how you can do this, because it is totally possible, and it doesn't have to take as long as you think. When I started my journey 2 years ago, I come across a American mystic, they call him, but he was a manifestation god, basically. That's how I see him. His name was Neville Goddard. He released multiple books on manifestation. He did so many lectures. He would hold massive lectures with hundreds of people in these buildings, and he would talk to them about creating their life, about how they were in control of their life. And his main point that he used to talk about all the time was self-concept. Just by changing who you are identifying with, you can change your life. You can change your life. I literally changed my life just by changing my self-concept. I'll go into a little bit of what I did. Now, the process doesn't have to take as long as mine did, because I had no clue where to start. I had literally no clue. I was just reading Neville Goddard's books, and I'd read other mindset books and self-development books, but I had no clue. So I was literally starting at ground zero. I wasn't really looking on YouTube or anywhere specific to talk about self-concept. I just knew that the way I was operating wasn't serving me. It wasn't serving me at all. So the main factor of our self-concept and how we see ourselves and how we think other people see us, and how we look at the world, comes from our childhood. It will come from our childhood programming. From the years of 0 to 7, our mind is like a sponge. So we're taking in information left, right and centre. Left, right and centre, we're taking information in. If we had a crappy childhood, if we had an emotional, unavailable parent, if we suffered some kind of bullying or abuse, that is all going to affect the way we see ourselves, other people and the world. But the good thing here is that we can change that programming. No matter how old you are, you can change that programming. From the moment you become aware of what it is in your self-concept that is maybe having a negative effect on your current circumstances, on your relationships, on your money situation, on life in general, the moment you become aware of that is the moment that you can change it. You can change it. And I'm going to let you into a few little, tips and tricks, what I did to begin the process of reprogramming myself. The first thing I did was I took a good hard look at myself. Good hard look. I looked at the thoughts I was thinking. I looked at my behaviours. I looked at what was going on in my life that wasn't serving me. I looked at lots and lots and lots of stuff. And when I had, I'll use an example. I had no self-esteem whatsoever. My confidence was literally like, there's the floor, and my confidence was in the cellar. Like, I had no self-confidence at all. So that wasn't serving me. And then I decided to kind of go back, like, why have I got no confidence? It goes deeper than there's a reason why you haven't got confidence. There's a belief behind And what I found out about myself was I didn't have confidence speaking to people. I didn't have confidence interacting with people. Like, I would literally I used to walk around my head on the floor, and I would not make eye contact with anyone because I didn't want anyone to talk to me, because no, like, I was so anxious about that. As I dug down, like, why? Like, what was my belief? Like, what did I believe would happen if I spoke to someone? I thought I'd make myself look stupid. And then I'd be like, well, why do I think I'd make myself look stupid? Because I didn't believe I'm good enough. So there you have discovered a belief. Once you discover the belief, you can flip it to the belief that is the direct opposite. So in my case, I didn't feel good enough. So what do I have to swap that belief to? I am good enough. Actually, I am more than good enough. You know? And you repeat that affirmation or that belief. You keep repeating it until it sinks in and you believe it. Because the mind works by repetition. We all know how we learn things. Like when we were a child, how did you learn your ABCs? You learnt your ABCs by repeating them. How did you learn to play an instrument? You learnt to play an instrument by repeating playing the instrument. How did you learn to ride a bike? Every time you got on that bike, you fell off, you get on that bike again and you try to ride. If you fell off, you get on that bike again. It's exactly the same with learning new ways. How to think about yourself is the exact same as learning a new skill, developing, a new habit. It's exactly the same. That is how the mind works. It works on repetition. So that is one way how I learned to reprogram my mind. Another way is behaving differently. Even at times when it felt painful, I'd show up differently. I had this thing where when I walked into the school playground to pick up my children, I wouldn't walk through the playground. I'd stay at the gate just so I wouldn't walk in there. I didn't want to see people. Well, now I walk straight in that gate and I put myself out to do. Once you do that over and over and over again, you will start reprogramming yourself to behave differently. Like any habit, like anything you learn, you will start becoming that person that acts that way. Therefore, reprogramming your mind into thinking differently. Now, I'm not going to sit here, I'm going to say to you, it's easy, like literally, like you just change self-concept just like that. It's not that easy. And I'll be 100% honest with you. It takes work. If you've lived a certain way for the majority of your life, any kind of change is going to feel like a challenge. But the key here is, and I love this word, persistence. Just like when you fell off your bike when you were a kid and you got back on it and you rode, just like when you made a wrong turn in your driving lesson, you carried on doing it. If you're serious about making a change in your life, changing anything that's going on, changing yourself, changing the way you feel, then it is worth putting the work in to reprogram yourself, reprogram your mind. It is worth it. Now, I've just given you just one, example of how you can do it. It can be done in many, many ways. Another way is listening to sleep tapes while you sleep. Listening to subconscious mind sleep tapes, like the whole time you're asleep, that helps as well. That reprograms you while you're sleeping. But there's many ways that you can do this. It's about finding the way that suits you, that feels right for you. Because every single one of these journeys are personal to you. it's personal. Like my self-concept, how I show up, how I think, how I feel about myself is going to be different to how you think and feel and show up, you know. But yes, if you would like to get in touch with me, my email is in the description. If you've got something you want to run past me, you want to help me with, if you got a question about your own self-concept, how you change your self-concept, please get in touch with me. My email is in the description below. I also have a TikTok now, Create with Natalia. You can find me on there. You can message me on there. If you like this content, if you think someone else you know might like this content, please like, share, subscribe. I want to get that message out there. I love you all so much, and thank you so much for your love and support. It is appreciated always, and I will catch you again in my next video.